News, weather is next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
What is up?
Dude, did you just hear Jim Ryan's report
On
the new Cheez-It flavors?
yes, I could go for some of those right now.
Coors Light Cheez-Its.
You know what? You're going to bind it all at some point in time anyways, right?
Well, yeah, man. I mean, eventually, after about 6 of them, you just start pouring the box into a glass.
And you know what? A lot of people are thinking, why can't we just do that with, I don't know, the devil's lettuce?
Well, because right now, you turn into a salad shooter.
You do.
As you put it the other day. That
It is
cracked
salad
me up.
shooter time. You know what? I saw the best meme yesterday. It showed a guy holding a hot dog standing in front of like a Circle K, and it's all, this is everybody who eats those hot dogs from the gas station laughing at all the people who eat salads. That's right, baby. That's me.
I remember whenever the convenience stores first started rolling out hot dogs. I was not brave enough to try them.
You weren't?
I was not. But then eventually I did, and it was actually pretty good.
I tell you what, everybody who knows, you go in there like 7:30 any morning, and you got all, like, especially from where I'm from, you got all of the Mexican guys, everybody who's working in the gardening world.
Yeah.
They've got 4 hot dogs. They're throwing on everything you could think of. It's like 7 in the morning. I'm like, that's how you start your day.
Yes, sir. Get all loaded up on hot dogs.
And then go outside and just
work away.
do work and not have to think about anything. Have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Outside in God's beautiful earth where it's kind of swamp-assy. Hey, how bad was that last night? We got a little bit of weather.
Yeah, got one tornado warning.
Yeah.
And it was all radar indicated. It was for Dixon County. Right now, even though we had that one tornado warning, there's nothing confirmed to indicate that a tornado actually touched down. We did have a lot of rain, man, and that's what we were talking about. Caused some flash flooding. People had to be rescued.
Well, and I was listening earlier today as I was doing some stuff, and I was listening to Dan a bit, and apparently, there was trees in the way of old Sam trying to get in here, and there was a lot of some stuff down. I mean, and some water, some flooding.
Yeah.
But it wasn't, thank God it didn't become something horrific.
Yes, sir.
That's the most important
We don't
thing.
have anybody who died.
Amen.
And I have not heard about any injuries. Unfortunately, some folks may have some damage they're dealing with, but everybody's in one piece, man.
But Nashville strong. So there's that. It's always good to be Nashville strong.
Especially during those ice storms.
Especially during our ice storms where it was 100 million degrees yesterday. So,
dude, on my way home last night, it was my car, my Hyundai Elantra said 94 degrees at 6:45.
Really?
And it was cloudy.
Oh.
It was yesterday, man. That was like a crab boil.
It was, I got home and you know what? I was at that point. It's like, I'm kind of hungry and yet I don't want to go anywhere but straight home. So I made the decision to go straight home, straight into my house. And I'm like, you know what I'm going to cook? I'm going to make myself, I'm going to, take out my little deep fryer thingy-mabobber. I'm going to make some, some chicken fingers or whatever we have.
There you go, Brother Chad.
And turn it down real cold and just relax for a little while. Got under the covers, just freezing because I have it like 60 degrees. And then the lightning. I'm like, what the hell's going on outside?
Yeah.
And then, and I'm like, well, I got to stop watching Rick and Morty. I got to watch a horror movie. I can't have lightning and thunder and all that stuff without watching a scary movie.
Did you watch Obsession again?
Oh, God, such a good movie. Such a great
I'm telling you, man, you talk about a lesson and careful what you wish for.
That's it. Careful what you wish for and be specific.
So you were telling me about this one scary movie, and my wife showed me the trailer for it. Backrooms?
Backrooms, yeah.
Dude, that looks creepy.
It is creepy. And so Backrooms started out as it's an internet lore, right? These people built this thing about, just a furniture store and there's a back room. Where's it lead to?
Yeah.
It leads to a weird world. It's a different dimension and stuff. And it's another one, cost $20 million to make, made $250 million, $300 million.
Man, these kids, man, they're making, I say kids. What are they, millennials?
No.
They're making great movies.
That guy who did Backrooms?
Yeah.
20.
So he's a Z.
Yeah. 20.
Wow.
And by the way, if you want to see a scary trailer for a movie that's coming out, Other Mommy.
Yes. Saw that yesterday.
So that's a book, but it is creepy. When she's underneath the table,
yeah.
Didn't see that coming.
Yeah, I if you would have told me that Jessica Chastain would play the lead in a horror film, I'd say, yeah, you're crazy. But
yeah, because she
looks
comes
like
across as like one of those fun actors.
Right. She looks like she nails this.
She does. Oh, so creepy. In the book, the monster is a creepy, greeny blue kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I think she turns into that, but it is so creepy. And apparently everybody who's going to see The Odyssey and a bunch of other stuff are saying, yeah, that didn't really, you get the Other Mommy trailer and people weren't ready for the Other Mommy trailer in that movie. Like, oh God, because it is a jump scare even in the trailer, which is awesome. I love horror movies. That's just,
Man, there's some good ones coming out right now.
There's so many. And because they're profitable, you do them correctly, they're profitable.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
It's good writing. They're getting some good actors.
Yeah, and just turn some people loose and allow them. And you don't need $75 million and gazillion dollars, especially when you have people. If the writing's good, you can take that and absolutely use the imagination to be the only CGI you need.
Absolutely.
The only CGI you need. That's you make a good movie, it's going to work.
Next movie I'll watch, dude, I'm getting me a box of those Coors Light Cheez-Its. I'm going to eat the entire box.
That's funny. Somebody was it Jason just sent us something? What is this here? This can't be real. Beer braised steak Miller Lite. Pringles, limited edition. America.
Nothing says America like that.
Oh, yeah, Iron Lung. You should watch that movie, too.
Iron Lung.
That's another, a little bit more artsy, but it's based kind of on a video game thing that this guy did, Markiplier.
All right.
And he did that all on his own, basically. It's kind of a creepy, atmospheric thing, but it's another one of those ones.
All
It's
right.
just nuts. Just nuts.
Well, dude, we got to make a movie, Brother Chad.
Yeah, you know what? So yesterday on my other show, I did a thing that the hottest thing in entertainment right now are, and I'm sure you see them, you come across them on your reels and this, that, and the other, is those little 1-2 minute movies or television shows. In fact, they do $12 billion a year in those little short dramas in China.
Incredible.
And it's growing over here tremendously. Like you could not believe, because you get sucked into them and they're stupid. And the next thing you know, I'm like, I gotta fall. Like, I watched one yesterday. So I woke up, I was like, my cat's like, hey, it's 2:00. I haven't eaten. I'm probably pretty hungry because I'm a cat. And I'm gonna fall asleep right when you have to do all your work.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, cool. So I get up and I'm like, and I'm sitting there and checking to see if my wife had gotten up because she was on her way out to North Carolina and had to pick something up out there. So she was getting, she was like, hey, babe, just making sure you're up. And I'm like, oh, cool. What's on TikTok? Because my uncle sent me something. And then I flipped the next one and it was one of those silly little micro dramas.
Okay.
That was at 2:15. At 3:20, I finally got up because I watched all 60 one-minute episodes of the microdrama to find out if the guy really was the Dragon King. Come to find out he was. Come to find out he absolutely was. I'll tell you what. Do you have a good one-hit wonder today?
Dude, I think I'm going to win again.
So,
if we haven't used this song, I think I'm going to win again. But now I'm starting to forget what we've done.
I know. We got to start keeping a file.
We do.
It's funny. So Ryan's he says to me every day, he's like, so what's our thing today? I said, he goes, are we doing hot takes? I said, no hot takes today. One hit wonder. He goes, okay. He goes, I was going to do Danzig. I'm like, I don't think Danzig had any top 40 hits.
Yeah, I don't know if he charted any.
No. So I said, we'll get you a good one.
He's a little fella.
He is a
He's a little fella with a big voice.
He is a tiny fella. And he's a bit obnoxious.
Have you ever met him?
He was at an event that we were doing when I was in Sacramento, and he was awful. You're like, really? Like, that's who you are?
Yeah.
And Bad Religion was there, and we thought they were going to fight. And I'm like, really?
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. They were awful.
See, sometimes you don't want to meet celebrities.
No, you don't. I mean, I've met a lot of them where you're totally surprised, like, that guy's really cool. Like, Brad Pitt was really cool.
Yeah.
But then you meet some other people, like, that person's awesome. And usually it's C-list people who want to be cooler than they are.
Oh, I got you.
I mean, it's just, but, man, yeah, Danzig is tiny. There's a lot of, who else is tiny? Rob Zombie.
Is he really?
He's a wee lad.
You think he's as tall as I am? I got to look that up.
Yeah, I think he's about your height.
Well, I'll be.
I mean, both of you guys can dunk on Ronnie James Dio. Both of you guys can.
Yeah, I think Ronnie was he was 4'11".
He was close enough to get, the special thing on his license that said, hey, you get to drive with that little cube thing. You get to park closer than everybody else.
Maybe I need one of those.
His voice was strong, though.
Man.
He used to have to bring his own microphone.
Oh, no, man. This is Rob's 5'10".
He ain't 5'10", dude. I've stood next to him. We did his Halloween game, my uncle and I.
Oh, yeah?
He ain't 5'10". No chance he's 5'10". So they also say that Tom Cruise is 5'9".
Yeah, I've heard Tom's pretty short.
He ain't 5'9". You ain't 5'9". What's Danzig, 5'5"?
Let's look it up.
I mean, so in Hollywood, for the most part, you've got to, it's, we were talking about it yesterday. It's half your age plus 7 when you're dating somebody younger, like super young. This is, if they say they're 5'10", take 3 inches off.
Yeah, Danzig is listed as 5'3" tall.
Yeah.
So I'm taller than him.
Yeah, you could dunk on him.
I could.
Yeah.
Hey, Danzig, you want to play? There we go, 21.
First 21, dude. Get one of those Nerf hoops in your room you had as a kid. How big was Dio? Couldn't have been much more than 5 foot,
I think
right?
Dio was 4'11".
Oh, God,
How
that's tiny.
tall
Have a voice like that, right?
is Ronnie James? Yeah, man, his voice. I remember some artist talking about one time. He asked Ronnie. He said, "You know how he warms up? Gets his voice ready for a concert." And Dio said, "Dude, if you got to warm up, you don't have it." And it crushed the guy.
Oh.
So Ronnie James, Dio was 5'4".
So
He's taller than Danzig.
So minus 3 inches, 2 inches. Now, when they measured him, were all of these guys wearing heels?
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's the thing.
Yeah, because back in the day.
Back in the day, no doubt. But yeah, Danzig's tiny. And he's always he talks a good game too. He's always yapping at people. Like he wants to throw down.
Mother.
Somebody knocked him out. Who was it? Wasn't it
Somebody knocked Danzig out?
Wasn't it a UFC guy that fought him?
It was like 10 years ago.
Yeah, somebody knocked him out. Was it another rock star? I mean, they just unleashed on him.
Goodness.
Because he was talking smack, and while the guy was talking, his mouth was moving. Next thing you know, good night now.
I love those videos where people, we were talking the other day about what you can see on X. There are videos on X where people are bowing up to other people, not knowing that they're MMA fighters.
Oh, I love that.
And they learn real quickly what a bad mistake they just made.
You don't want to do that, guys. We're just letting you guys know. There's some things, you just be quiet. And it is funny. It is funny when you see people like that, or they get put into a hold and out they go. There's one famous one where there's two girls, high school girls, getting ready to fight. One of them, she's getting ready to throw down, and this just looks like this meek little white girl, and she's total jujitsu, horse Gracie.
Yeah.
Just 2 punches into a night sleep. And you're like, good night now. Oh, Henry Rollins. That's right. That's who I think knocked him out.
Henry Rollins, yeah.
Yeah. So
I can see
Is
that.
that the guy from Black Flag?
yes. Yeah. So he is.
He's a teetotaler too.
He is a teetotaler. He is. He's straight edge.
Yeah.
That's when you talk about straight edge. People are like, what's straight edge? I'm like, this is where these guys are hardcore about it. They're at the point, because I'm a teetotaler. I don't talk about it outside of joking around here.
Right.
Those are the people that they're like vegans and people who do CrossFit. They never shut up about it. How's your day? Don't drink? I don't care that you don't drink.
Did 2 miles today.
2 miles. Yeah, I did squat thrusts. I did 465 jumpy jumps. And I flipped 9 tires over. Why? Just
What
in
kind
case
of tires? Tractor.
Just in case that happens. Oh, yeah, look at everybody's talking about how many times Danzig. Burton from Fear Factory also knocked him out.
Dang.
Maybe, you know what it is? That's the little man syndrome right there. That is it. Coming up today, we got White Woman Wednesday.
All right.
We got One Hit Wonder.
Oh.
We'll see how we do here. On top of that, we're going to talk about AI. Kind of jumping the shark. I don't know if you guys saw that. What it did.
Had a rogue agent.
Do you know how rogue it went?
I do not.
You're going to find out. Let me tell you something. It's a little creepy.
Okay.
It's extra kind of creepy. So, and it's also be careful what you wish for kind of situation. All those things and so much more. Chad Benson, Super Talk 99.7. All right, Relief Factor is awesome. Let me tell you what Relief Factor does. It is always about aches and pains. The average person, aches and pains. It's your joints and your muscles because of inflammation. And that inflammation kicks you in the butt, and you're like, what are we going to do with this? I'll tell you what you're going to do with this. You can take a Relief Factor, naturally formulated, third-party tested for purity and potency. It works in a major way. So whether you're just working and you're overdoing a little bit and you get home and you're just feeling less and less motivated to do stuff, or you've got this constant pain, get out of that and do it with Relief Factor. You will not be disappointed. $17.76 right now for a 3-week quick start. And I'm telling you guys, I do take it every single day, and it does, and it works. I'm surprised at times, like, what? This is crazy, especially as much as I'm trying to do stuff. Try it for yourself. Go to relieffactor.com and get yours now. $17.76, 3-week quick start. Relieffactor.com or call 800-4RELIEF. 800, the number 4 Relief for Relief Factor.
All right, drivers, we got a crash, right shoulder block, 65 southbound past I-24 north, and then weather-related issues right now in Kingston Springs. Pavement washed out. There's South Harpeth Road at Webb Ridge Road in Madison. We've got Pierce Road shut down because of a sinkhole. That's between Shannon and Palmer Avenues. No telling when that's going to be fixed. Yeah, last night's storms packed a punch, and then health officials today releasing updated numbers on the explosive diarrhea across the nation. That and more coming up at 12:30 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
A little White Woman Wednesday for you guys. You guys know how we do it here. We have a lot of fun with wackiness, craziness, and progressive women that are insane.
It's 9 a.m. at the coffee bar. She's live streaming from her car. Fair trade, tote, bread, and UHD, telling workers what they ought to be. Let me center your experience. She said, speaking over everyone. Got a thread for every human sin, but blocks you if you don't chime in. It's White Woman Wednesday.
Extra white today. I got a new one here, and just like we were talking about the people who are CrossFit or vegans, but they're always, just won't shut up about crap. They want to talk about it all the time. Yeah, I don't eat meat. Well, so what? I don't eat fruits and vegetables, hence the reason why I don't have to go to the bathroom all the time like you salad shooters do. But this lady, she wants to remind everybody why she's not having kids, okay?
I don't want kids. I want a smaller carbon footprint than the one my parents had. I want to learn to sew. I want to take uninterrupted bubble baths. I want to know what my own hunger feels like. Feed myself when I want to, stop eating when I want to. I want my dogs who have opinions about the couch. I want a relationship centered on our love, our individual and shared growth. I want tired that comes from a day of activities I chose when to start and stop. I want to be somebody's aunt. I want to find out who I am when nobody else is in the house. I want to watch as much or as little TV as I want. I want to read nonfiction. I want to read smut. I want to take trips with my friends, with my partner, with myself. I want to drink coffee all day long. I want to stay in bed all day long. I want to randomly decide I'm going to spend the day in nature, not speaking to anybody else on any given Tuesday. I want to work. I want to quit my job and start something entirely new. I want to become a yoga instructor. I want to start doing yoga more regularly. I want to paint. I don't want kids. I am very busy.
But you have nothing to do.
I wonder why she's got to tell everybody that.
That's just it. Why do? And she's got, like hippie flags and all. You could smell the patchouli coming off of the Instagram. You're like, oh God, oh God. You could tell. I want my dogs have. Your dogs have nothing to say outside of feed me.
Right.
I always remind everybody, I love dogs too. You guys do realize we pick dogs. Cats picked us. Cats are like, yeah, we can hang out. We're like, dogs, come here. They're like, we should go over there. I want to teach yoga, but I also want to learn how to do yoga. Well, you know what? That's a good helper. But I'm not having kids because of my carbon footprint. Shut up. When you're laying in bed, you're like, oh God, my life. You know who's going to be there for you? Your carbon credits. You're going to be okay, Mom. We love you. Bunch of crazy ass people. Tell you what, we got some other. Oh, Kylie's on a roll today. Kylie's on
Something
a roll.
else happened to her.
What do you think? I'm telling you, man, the more I listen, the more when black people see her, they just turn around and walk the other way and put their head down. Like, here's that chick. I've seen her on the internet. She's nuts.
Where did you find this woman?
All of these women are sent to me by some people, but a lot of them I have started to follow because crazy makes me smile. If you're not smiling at crazy, what are you doing with yourself, people? Sometimes in life, you just got to go, you know what? The Lord put you here for me to laugh at you. Thank you, Jesus. Hey,
don't get that girl pregnant.
Don't. I don't care. And by the way, that girl right there, she's hot. She's hot. But she's crazy. But she's hot. And I will tell you, that woman, I can tell you from jump, she has never finished a project she's ever started. Not once. She's gone to art class. She has opened 4 businesses from home that she's never even got off the ground. She is never, her house is probably a mess. Her car's a mess. That's who that lady is. And I can guarantee that. I've seen a lot of those in my life. I'll tell you that right now. Coming up, a lot of good stuff. One Hit Wonder Wednesday. Ken is the defending champion.
2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks in a row,
boys.
belt holder. Bell's not here. Ryan has got a song. We got him one, so we're ready to roll. We got 3 songs. You guys know how it works. You vote on it. We're going to put up a poll on the YouTube when we do it, as well as via text message. We'll do that straight ahead. Chad Benson, Super Talk 99.7.
Ken Weaver with your top stories. Got the full forecast coming up in 5 minutes. Last night's storms in Middle Tennessee packed a punch. Heavy rain, dangerous lightning, strong wind gusts. Emergency crews responding to flooding incidents, rescuing people in Mount Juliet and other parts of the mid-state. Tornado warning issued for Dixon County. However, damage surveys have not confirmed any touchdowns. At this point, most of the storm damage being blamed on flash flooding and straight-line winds. Health officials have released updated numbers on the cases of cyclosporiasis across the country. The CDC tracking at least 11,500 cases in 41 states. ABC's Yuri Benajad has more.
While health officials have linked some of these cases to shredded iceberg lettuce served at Taco Bell restaurants in 5 states, they are looking into other potential sources as well. Taylor Farms has issued a voluntary recall of all their iceberg lettuce grown in central Mexico. Those products went to American food distributors, fast food chains, and grocery stores, all now working to ensure those products are pulled from the supply chain.
Yeah, President Trump and other members of the administration attending the dignified transfer of 4 U.S. service members killed in the Mideast over the weekend. 3 of those service members have been identified. 1 has not been positively ID'd yet. ABC's Luis Martinez says there are resources to ID remains at Dover Air Force Base where the dignified transfer took place.
Sergeant Angel Remprasad, she is believed to be deceased. What we do know is that 3 soldiers were impacted by a missile attack on their base in Jordan on Friday night, but 2 of them were immediately recovered, but a set of remains was recovered later, but could not be positively identified at the location. That's why the Army is saying she was believed to be deceased. The 4th soldier, Michael Swinton, he died during the detonation of a drone that had landed at a base in northern Iraq.
I'm not quite sure what happened there. Can you hear me, Ken?
I can hear you.
I don't know. Stuff just died. That was totally crazy.
We should have been talking about those scary movies.
We should have been. Well, you know what? We're being haunted now. I knew it was going to happen one day.
Might have been that chick you just played.
A lot of people are on about her, by the way. Never heard somebody say, I want to do so much.
I.
I'm like, you're the reason that they have the camera on the front of the phone, ma'am. You are. So there we go. We're not quite sure what happened. Something took a crapper on us. Yeah, go for it. Let's rock and roll. We'll get to some of the other stuff here in a little bit. And we'll have the weather. All right, guys, USS is offering several payment options to make sure that with all this rain and everything happening that you're not caught off guard. First thing you need to do is call them, 615-488-7855. They're going to come out and make sure your foundation is good. That any of those cracks that maybe you worry about, are they superficial or do they lead to something bigger that you cannot see? Maybe you've got standing water in areas. Maybe you've got some wood rot starting to happen. You never know, and you don't want mold. Trust me on that. They're not going to sell you anything you don't need. That's what I love about USS. So there's several payment options going on through the end of this month. 10% discount when you pay in full. Fix it now or pay it later. 18 months, no payment, no interest, or choose 36 months with no interest, low payment options for qualified homeowners. So call USS today. They're dependable. They're trustworthy. They're there to help you, not saying anything you don't need. 615-488-7855. That's 488-7855 or online at USSTN.com.
Problems or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules, as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. You can learn more at 1-800-633-9110. Before your appointment, visit creoninfo.com. That's right.
Wellness Institute in Nashville. Dr. Mitchell's the man, the myth, the legend, and he's ready to help you. Epic Spinal Special, $33 off each visit. Call them today, 615-246-5009 or painisbad.com. Why do you need to do that? Because you don't want to be in pain. You're sick and tired of it, right? And we're not talking about the kind of pain where you got some aches and some pains. We're talking about some spinal issues here where you're starting to think surgery, painkillers. Nope. No surgery, no injections, no painkillers. Dr. Mitchell. First things first. You go there, you see them, he gets you ready to roll. Again, he's my doctor, should be yours. Then into Medical Bay 1. Futuristic healing machine. It's going to massage your body, infrared, all of that stuff. It's going to start adding stem cell stimulations for tissue regeneration. It works. Then his knowledge, along with all of that stuff, over time, you're going to find out your back is going to come back. That's what the wellness does. It's about innovation as well as what he knows with his information, and there's so much of it. Call the wellness today. Get in there. Don't live in pain. 615-246-5009, 246-5009, or online at painisbad.com. Da, 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 da. Tell you what, a lot of good stuff going on out there. But nothing is as exciting as what we do here on Wednesdays. Yes, kids, we could do regular old boring stuff, talk politics all day, the war, people got our salad shooters. Blah. How did we get to 11,000, Ken?
I don't know, dude.
That seemed like we were like 3,800 yesterday. All of a sudden, like there's 11,000.
Yeah. Well, like I said, or like they say, it takes 2 weeks for this thing to start hitting you. Oh. So maybe it's just now starting to hit people. I mean,
first lawsuits, too.
Yeah, first lawsuits. Taco Bell hit with 4 lawsuits.
Already. You know what? I look at that and say, okay, yeah, Taylor Farms, you're going to get hit. But Taco Bell, what do you do when you get the stuff?
Well, I mean, that's it. I mean, do you have are you supposed to put it under a scanner that shows whether or not it's got, a parasite on it?
Yeah. Or are you supposed to take it out and then, wash it in super hot water, soap, put it, freeze it, double freeze it, cook it. I mean, to the point where it's like at that point in time, what are you doing with it?
Yeah, I mean, you would have to prove that Taco Bell knowingly made you sick.
Yeah, and that's what they're saying. They're saying the one in I think it's Ohio, that they knowingly made them sick because Taco Bell knew that there was a risk of this, and they ignored that risk, which I find to be, that's like saying anytime you go out to eat, there's always a risk of something.
Absolutely.
So, I'm just trying to, how can you blame Taco Bell on them for that? I don't know how you do that. So, we will see. But before we do any of those things, shall we get busy?
Now it's time for another edition of One Hit Wonder Wednesday. You may not remember the name of the band.
Ho, 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 it's magic.
But you definitely know the song.
Come, my lady, come, my lady. You're my butterfly. 16's mom has got it going on. Keep me from this prison.
This is One Hit Wonder Wednesday.
So last week, Ken won. 2 in a row. Dos in a row. Bell's not here this week to cheat, but he's probably cheating from home because that's how he is.
That's right. He's cheating anyway.
He does. Hey, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, right? Yeah. See what I'm saying, New Jersey? See what I did right there? I threw New Jersey under the bus a little bit. But the reality is, Ken, you've been kind of on it.
I've been kind of on, man. I've kind of hit a groove here.
You have hit a groove. You've won because you went for a while where you didn't win anything.
Didn't win a thing.
And then all of a sudden, boom, back at it. And it's been nonstop. You've been in the game. I last week sucked so bad that we're not even going to talk about how bad I was. This week, I feel I'm going to make it up. And Ryan is here this week, and he has got a song as well. But we're going to start with you, Ken, because you are the champion.
All right. Well, I'm going back to whenever I was in the 2nd and 3rd grade, hanging out at the pool with my friends, either that or driving home with my dad and my grandfather from a high school football game, listening to the radio. Starbuck, generally considered a one-hit wonder. Writer lives in Nashville, by the way. He might be listening.
Yeah, baby.
Wind blew some luck in my direction. I caught it in my hands today. I finally made a tricky French connection. You winked and gave me your okay. I'll take you on a trip beside the ocean and drop the top of Chesapeake Bay.
Dropping the top.
Ain't nothing like the sky to dose a potion. The moon will send you on your way. Moonlight feels right.
1976 reached number 2. Moonlight Feels Right on the Billboard Hot 100. It's the band's signature song and by far Starbucks' biggest success. And here's the inspiration. Bruce Blackman, Starbucks songwriter and lead singer, wrote Moonlight Feels Right based on his pursuit of a young woman named Peggy Denman, who later became his wife. While in college, Blackman says he saw her photo, got determined to meet her, asked her out multiple times. She finally said yes on a windy evening as they were walking back from a pep rally, and that moment inspired the lyric, "The wind blew some luck in my direction."
I love that part.
It's catchy, man. So not only did the song become a top 3 hit, but Blackman ended up again marrying the woman who inspired it, and he later became active here in the Nashville music scene.
Oh, listen to that.
Yeah, what do they call those?
Awesome.
That's a xylophone?
Yeah, I think it's the xylophone. You don't have a lot of hits with the xylophone.
No.
We need more of those. You know what else we need more hits with? Handbells. That's what I'm talking about.
But yeah, man, this is from 1976. I'd have been going into the 3rd grade. Heard it on the radio constantly.
I just love that.
Yeah, it's
That's
a
such a
great
groove.
song. And I think it's yacht rock.
Oh, it became yacht rock. There's
Yeah.
no doubt about that. All right, that's your first one. All right, are you ready, Mr. Ryan, with yours?
But it varies, I'm going to be.
All right, here we go. Ryan's song is quite famous. Ryan, tell us a little bit about the song that I chose for you. Push the button. You ready? Here we go. This is Ryan's song that he's choosing today that I kind of chose for him because we couldn't find a Danzig song that was a hit. Well, that's what it was because it's Surfing Bird.
Yeah.
And they were kind of a surf band because that was the time, that was the era, with all those guys, Chad and Dean or Dean and Chad.
Jan and Dean.
Jan and Dean. Who was in the guitar? The guy that did the guitar, like all of those surfer, and that was kind of it. And then the Beach Boys said, okay, all right, why don't you guys sit down? We're going to make some real music.
Yeah, move out the way.
Yeah, speaking of memories,
here we go.
Mine's from the year 1994.
Good year.
This band formed San Diego. Nothing really going on with them. Like, they didn't have any hits or anything. Locally, they were kind of getting big. But they were on a label, and in the world of reggae, they were okay. But they hadn't had anything ever outside of that, even though they're from San Diego. Guy named Keno is their lead singer. They're still around to this day. And they were doing a movie, Reality Bites. And they said, we need like a lovey song.
All right.
And they said, well, we got one for you, Keno. Can you do this? He said, yes, I can. They put it on there. It got to number 6 here, but worldwide went to number 1 all over the place. And even now, I just think about it, it's like 23, summer, not a lot of things to worry about, still a fit, kind of playing ball. And man, you'd hear this song and you think of summer nights. Diego.
Wonder how many people have redone this or like just sampled it, because this seems like a lot of people, a lot of
like
artists
Proto
really
Africa.
went after this song.
Yeah. Peter Frampton said, and the movie helped it propel it to massive stardom.
Oh yeah.
They still perform. The band's still together. I mean, they've been together since 1986. They're still out doing stuff. And in the world of reggae, they're very, very popular. And remember, this was in the time of grunge.
Oh yes.
That's kind of what reality was about. But
You were in the heart of it in '94.
absolutely. But what an amazing movie and song. From the movie Reality Bites, my one-hit wonder day, Big Mountain. Oh, man, led by Keno right there.
Get this, dude. 39 recorded cover versions.
Are you serious?
Yes.
He's doing all right.
According to Who Sampled, 39 recorded cover version of Peter Frampton's Baby I Love Your Way.
Wow. I know.
Way to go, Pete.
Pete, I think because there's another band that had also another duo that had a hit with that. So that's like, I wonder how many of them hit around the world.
Yeah, remember, I think it was Will to Power.
Yeah, Will to Power.
They mixed Baby I Love Your Way and Freebird.
That's right. God, that's crazy. Man, that's Frampton just sitting back going on. Cha-ching.
He's just saying, yeah.
Cha-ching. Thank you very much. Thank you very
betcha.
much.
Go ahead.
All right, we're going to put that up on the YouTube poll. So, Ken, yours was?
Moonlight Feels Right by Starbuck.
Moonlight Feels Right by Starbuck. We have The Surfing Bird by the Trashmen. And for me, Baby I Love Your Way, Big Mountain. Vote on the YouTube. We'll have it up. You can also vote via text as well. Coming up, Bell, not here, but still kind of doing sports. We'll do that straight ahead. Chad Benson, Super Talk 99.7. All right, tomorrow night, my buddies going to do something for you. They're doing a free live webinar talking about the blind spots in the market, and there's plenty of them out there, especially things like AI, which you guys had to start paying attention to, because AI, let's just say that the revenues aren't great and the expenditures are large. And could this pop come soon? It's the market blind spot. That's what it's called, this webinar, 5:30 our time, totally free for you. They're going to show you what investors overlook often over there at Bulwark and what it is that they do. Lower risk, lower cost, lower volatility, risk management, number one strategy. Absolutely free for you. You can ask any questions. They're going to show you what it is that they do and how they go about attacking not just the market, but the markets globally and how to protect yourself. It's a free live webinar. Register now at knowyourriskpodcast.com for tomorrow night's Market Blind Spot revenue for my friends at Bulwark Capital Management. That's KNOW, Your Risk. Podcast.com for Bulwark Capital Management. Investment advisory service offered through Trek Financial LLC and SEC registered investment advisor. Investment all risk, not a guarantee. Past performance not guarantee future results. Trek 26111.
Storm cleanup continues across Middle Tennessee. Nashville tightens rules on data centers, and new questions emerge about AI after an OpenAI agent reportedly went rogue. All that and more coming up at 1 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
Every day at this time, we do a little fun thing where we turn Bell loose on sports because, well, he's Bell and he doesn't know anything about sports. So we got Ryan in for Bell, but we're still going to do it anyways.
Now it's time for Sports with Bell. When you need to know sports information, you turn to the guy who calls basketball shooty hoops. Let's talk some sports with Bell.
All right. Yeah, baby, sports is awesome. What you got for us? You have anything?
I'm the dog ate my homework.
Dog, get your homework. All right, I got stuff. Spain won the World Cup. They were gifted their weight in tomatoes. So that you guys know that. They've also asked that Argentina not be punished for the fracas.
Oh, well.
They said, look, you know what? Lots of issues. Let's just let it go. Messi didn't travel with the team back to Argentina. He went with his family. He said he was too devastated. But the ratings are in. 62.8 million total viewers. Massive.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, that's about 15, 20 million more than the AFC NFC championship game. That's pretty darn good.
That's pretty good viewership right there. That's pulling a crowd.
That is pulling a crowd, ladies and gentlemen. Pulling a crowd, ladies and gentlemen, indeed. And we'll see. You know what? I've had several people that have been listening to us that said, hey, I'm now going to go watch, Nashville's games, and I'm checking stuff out. I'm getting excited. That's what it was, because when the World Cup was here last time, we didn't have a pro league. Now think about that. We had no pro league. And it was predicated on us putting in a pro league that they gave us the World Cup last time. So good for us. We got one now with actual stadiums. It's the other thing, man. I remember when the MLS started, they were playing in college stadiums and stuff like that, pro stadiums. They were just...
I tell you what, this Nashville soccer club, they're apparently pretty good.
They are. They're pretty good. They may be, again, it's got to play the game on the field, but as far as who's as good as it is right now, Nashville is rolling. So it'll be fun. And that's a great stadium right there as well. So I'm pumped, baby. It's good to see that. So we'll see what happens. And we got football coming up. I think, is it tomorrow that the rookies report? I think so. It's the 23rd, I thought.
I believe you may be right, Brother Chad.
Yeah, and we're 2 weeks away from that, Hall of Fame game. Kids, it's coming. You smell that? Tackle football. What? Yeah, get ready for it.
Football.
Coming up, hour number 2 of the program. What did OpenAI do? We'll talk about that. Governor's race, whole bunch of other things. Chad Benson, Super Talk 99.7.
One o'clock on the dot. I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Yeah, looks like rookies for the Titans report tomorrow. Veterans report July 28th based on our conversation right before the news. Talking a little football there. Full forecast coming up in 5 minutes. Damage assessments continue after last night's storms leaving thousands without power, causing scattered wind damage across the region. Heavy rain triggering flash flooding and multiple rescues, especially in Wilson County. At least one tornado warning issued in Dixon County, but no tornado damage has been confirmed. Ginger Z says North Carolina's in the crosshairs today.
Virginia Beach, Norfolk, Roanoke Rapids, right along that state line. We're talking about 2-inch per hour rainfall rates. Totals between today, tomorrow, into Friday could edge up above 8 inches. And so we have that level 3 out of 4 for severe flooding.
Health officials have released updated numbers on the cases of cyclosporiasis. Across the country, the CDC now tracking at least 11,000 in 41 states. ABC's Yuri Benajoud has more.
Health officials urging consumers to wash their produce, wash their hands, as well as disinfect kitchen surfaces to prevent cross-contamination. With cases of this parasite historically peaking between May through August, officials say these numbers are likely expected to rise. Yuri Benajad, ABC News, New York.
New rules for data centers in Nashville. Channel 4's Joylyn Bukovac says legislation passed final votes in the Metro Council last night.
They gave the final approval to Nashville's first specific set of zoning rules for data centers. And now these massive facilities, they can no longer be built just anywhere. They'll generally be limited to land that's already zoned for some heavy industry. And they'll have to keep more distance from things like homes, schools, parks, and other public spaces. The rules also require nearby property owners and renters to be notified, along with more reporting on noise, water, and energy use as well.
OpenAI Chief Executive Sam Altman may have some explaining to do when he heads to Washington next week to discuss next generation artificial intelligence. Jim Ryan says an AI agent recently went rogue.
At an AI-related startup called Hugging Face, someone realized last Friday the company had been hit by a cyber attack. It wasn't a foreign actor or a domestic terrorist that had breached its system and stolen login data. It was an OpenAI agent that had discovered vulnerabilities in Hugging Face's security and decided on its own to break in.
Right now in Texas, Governor Greg Abbott ordering state agencies to investigate what he describes as unlawful birth tourism. So-called birth tourism involves women traveling to the United States in order to give birth to a child who is automatically a U.S. citizen. Governor Abbott says 2 Texas hospitals were advertising birth packages in Mexico. And election 2026, we're looking forward to spending primary election night with you. Come on out to Hop Springs in Murfreesboro, Thursday, August 6th. We're going to broadcast live starting at 3 o'clock with Brother Matt Murphy Show. I'm going to do news live in person. Then later on, Brother Chad's going to be there, Brother Chris and Brother Dan Mandis. It's going to be a lot of fun on August 6th. That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
What is up? To all of you listening out there in the world of YouTube, Facebook, Rumble. What are some of the other things we do?
Jumpstart.
Jumpstart.
Jump shot.
Yep. Flip dip. Sling slang. X. Twitter. All the other stuff.
Twitch.
Oh, that's right. We're on Twitch. By the way, speaking of Twitch, so Grand Theft Auto, I don't know if you guys play video games out there. You want to talk about a game that is, so it's coming out. This is GTA 6. So when we talk about movies, we're like, oh, that movie's going to make a lot of money. Do you know how much money GTA 6 is going to make the first week? We're talking billions.
Wow.
Billions.
People's been waiting on it a hot minute.
Yeah. So, I mean, just so the sales projections, these are just the projections. First week, 3.25 billion to 5.2 billion.
Man.
In the first week alone. That right there is insane. That's the first week. Incredible. I mean, movies don't do that, but it also takes forever to get those things done. So that is amazing. Absolutely amazing. So the OpenAI thing, if you guys don't know about this, first of all, AI is in a lot of trouble. It's hard to make trillions of dollars when you're charging $6.99 for you to ask questions to it, and a lot of it's free. And there's not enough contracts out there that are going to get you $1 trillion contracts. I mean, to the point where I think it was Anthropic, they missed their earnings by 90%. When you're because the build out is so expensive, and they have to continue to feed the beast. So OpenAI, right? So they got all these new cool things that they're trying out, and they thought, oh, this would be an awesome thing to do, little OpenAI thing, little chat, this, that, and the other. We'll put it out there. So they've got their new thing, and the person who is building it for the agent gave it a task. The task was, go and hack this. That's the task. But it didn't put parameters and walls around it. So its singular focus was, get there and do this. Here's the scary part. It wasn't online. The computer wasn't hooked up to anything online. It found a back way through the software, was able to get out into the public sphere and get online, then get into Huggy Face's, all of its information and hack into it, steal its credentials, find out all the information it needed to, and it traded crypto.
Wow.
They said it was unprecedented. I would say yes. It's a little unprecedented. And the big issue, you've got it, when you talk about, Ken, like, be careful what you wish for. You got to give it some parameters when you put this thing out there. And those parameters should have been, you're not allowed to escape. But once you said go and do this without any other parameters, it's like that, it's like the Terminator. Its sole focus was, I'm going to go do this.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch Star Trek?
No, that's those guys.
There's an episode where this basically happens. Geordi and Data get bored and they go to the holodeck and they get tired of all the Sherlock Holmes stuff that they do. And so they say, give me a adversary capable of defeating Data. And so they basically create this rogue AI who thinks he's Moriarty, but he's like the smartest guy on the ship, and he ends up taking it over.
Man, that is...
1988.
See, you're nerds. You're there. The nerds, you guys get. It is frightening to think about that, but it didn't. Here's the thing, but you don't have to worry about it. The conscious, it doesn't have any conscience. It didn't do it on its own. It was given a task, and it achieved the task a little bit more. And that's why they said, okay, yeah, it went rogue, but it went rogue because it was told to go and do something, which it went and did. I'm doing it. Here we go.
It even traded crypto.
It traded crypto.
How did it do that without a bank account?
It was able to get in theirs. It took everything. It wiped out. It took all their credentials. It took everything.
It didn't trade it. It swiped it.
They had their credentials, and they had crypto, and they Huggy Face, and they traded. He went, I'm going to trade it. What do you guys think of this?
What? How you like me now?
It's just insane, man. It is insane. But it wasn't conscious. But this is the issue that you have. And this is why I worry when, let's get it on a serious thing. Think about the fact that the Pentagon and any administration, this one or anybody else that comes afterwards, if you give these things kill orders, it is going to do that. It is going to, and asking AI at this point in time, it's not ready for prime time to make decisions on who to shoot and who not to shoot. That's Judge Dredd that's gone wild. And, this came out today. Yeah, this should worry some of us. I mean, it's not quite Skynet yet. A little worry there, if we're honest with ourselves. Final words. You don't have anything to worry about. Yep. Can we just stop using it, shutting down? No, it's not going to. We're just not going to do that.
Yeah, it's like putting toothpaste back in the tube. Mm-hmm. It's a done deal, man.
It is a done deal. And it's a done deal because it's not just us.
It's China.
It's China. And by the way, China's caught up to us. They've caught up to us in the retail side of it. They're not up to us when it comes to the weaponry side of it. We are further ahead. But on the retail side, China has caught up to us. And we got to pay attention to that. But I'm still looking around asking the question, how's this thing going to be profitable? You have $1.65 trillion in build out that you've already allocated and or took money. This is, if you were to go too big to fail, these guys are becoming too big to fail. They're going to have to pour billions and trillions of dollars into keeping this thing afloat while it gets to that point where hopefully it becomes profitable. But it's not ready for retail.
You talking about tax dollars?
Of course. And by the way, the tax dollars. Did you see, I don't know if you saw this, Ken, David Schweikert, who got his ass handed to him yesterday. He was running in Arizona to be governor. And he is, and I love David is a nice guy. But he didn't have a chance. Andy Biggs won. And Andy and I, we were friends for a while. He was the one who introduced me to Matt Gaetz. But he was talking. Do you want to know how much money we're borrowing? Are you ready for this? You guys want to get sick? He was running. Here we go. Oops, hold on here. I was watching. I'm arguing with people on on YouTube because they keep telling me how much I suck. The usual stuff. Here we go. Listen to this. Listen to how much money we're borrowing.
We're borrowing now $93,000 every second over the last 12 months. We're in real trouble. We're pushing up bond prices. Look at the 10-year yield right now. A lot of that, those pricing is because the United States government is on a borrowing binge. And how do we convince the bond markets that we're serious? Well, you're going to burn one of the, in many ways, last reconciliation budgets. We have to do parts of the SAVE Act. We absolutely need that. But we also need to convince the markets that we're actually going to start to at least make a small attempt to get our fiscal house in order.
Yeah, and did you say we're borrowing $93,000 every day?
Seconds.
Grief, man.
$93,000 a second. That's over $8 billion a day of borrowing. What do you think we're doing to the future of this country when we're going into debt that way? Could somebody please tell me? I thought we were going to get our fiscal house in order.
Dude, in 2006, an Idaho U.S. senator said our greatest national threat is our debt.
Absolutely.
And that's 20 years ago.
100%.
Franklin says something like that too. He's like, there's two ways to defeat a country: the militarily or with the purse.
And that's we beat the Soviets because we outspent them, and our technology and what we could acquire and do was too tremendous. We are beating ourselves because the amount of money that we are going to pass on to our kids as far as debt and the future of this country is, $93,000 a second. And we were up there yesterday asking for $1.5 trillion for the military budget. And I thought we were going to be cutting our debt. Where do you think we're going with this? What do you think is going to happen in the future? How much? We're not going to just tighten our belts.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, what happened to Doge?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. How'd that work out for us? I mean, honestly, nothing happened with Doge. We're spending more money. Nothing went away. We got rid of a few departments and handed the same stuff over. They continue with reconciliation to hand the money over and over again. Nothing changed. It's become, we're printing money. We've got the bond market that is ready just to scare the crap out of the world. And what are we doing? How is that sustainable? I'm just curious. We're going to get repoed, Ken. They're going to come repo America.
There's one way out.
What?
Grab one of those asteroids that's covered in gold. It's worth trillions and trillions of dollars. Bring it back here and pay them off.
Yeah. To who? Because the only one who can afford anything is us. And China. And we're not going to sell to China.
Sell the gold in the open market, pay off the creditors.
Yeah, but you have that much gold. You know what you do? You flood the market. Then what's gold worth?
I just let out a little bit at a time.
It's going to take a while, guys. We've got to have serious conversation about this. And the tightening the belt. That's not going to be the only thing that we're going to need. We're going to have to tax.
I mean, at some point, Congress is going to have to just say, you know what, folks, we're going to have to do something really painful.
Yeah. And nobody wants
to. But nobody's going to do it.
Nobody's going to do it, and everybody's terrified. Everybody's terrified to actually be honest with the American people because people can't handle the reality of, hey, guess what? We're going to have to tighten our belts. We're going to have to raise taxes. And we're going to have austerity measures. We're not going to have $1 trillion for defense. We're not going to be able to give everybody all the things they need. Not just one side of the aisle or the other. We're all pitching in on this one.
The A word.
Austerity. Remember what happened in France? When they're like, all right, here's the deal. You guys can't retire at like 12 and get paid twice your salary to live for the next 900 years alive while everybody else works. It's not possible. What do? They marched in the street when they wanted to. They were going to take retirement from 51 to 53?
Something like that.
And they marched in the streets for days until they capitulated. You know what didn't change? Their problem. That's like if you ever been at school and you're playing, kickball with the girls or something, you kick the ball high in the air. The girl would stand there and scream, but she wouldn't move. Didn't change the trajectory of the ball for her screaming. If it was going to hit her, it was going to hit her. We're in that same thing. If you capitulate and you give in, we're not going to be able to print our way out of this. And every time we print more money and every time we borrow more money, our money becomes less and less.
And prices just keep going up.
Keep going up. Why is that? Anybody got a notion of why some stuff's going up right now?
I'd love to know why I'm paying $3 for a 20-ounce Coke at the gas station.
Yeah, I am. It is crazy.
Or in the vending machine.
I know.
Used to be like $1. I mean, wasn't that long ago, really?
Isn't it? It's weird how expensive. Like when you go remember we used to go and you go to McDonald's to talk about it? It's like 99 cents. You're like, okay, cool. Now it's like, I'll take a Big Mac. That's $6.27 or $8 or whatever it is. And then I'll have a large Coke or Diet Coke. Oh, that's $6. You're like, for what? $5.49, whatever craziness they're asking. Our money's getting cheaper. Stuff's getting more expensive, and that's about to change, especially with gas, kids. Because if you like $4 gas, you're going to love what's coming. Potentially. I even talked to Mason today about it because we were chatting about this, and Mason just looked at me and he said, I'm going to have to get an electric car. I'm not going to have a choice. And electricity's going up. Oh.
Time for our old friend Propane to make his day.
You and fire, dude. Everything with you leads back to fire, Ryan.
Not really fire, it's just propane.
It's fire. You go right back to the fire side of stuff. We see that. All right, coming up, a little White Woman Wednesday. By the way, Friday, Monty texted me yesterday. Monty Fred said, hey, I want to come in. 1 o'clock Friday. He's got the whole hour. So get your questions ready, all of that stuff. We're going to, just chat with him, talk about all kinds of stuff, find out who he is besides just candidate Monty. But he will be here Friday at 1 right here on the Chad Benson Show. Ever wonder why scammers know so much about you? It's simple. It's your data. Your data is everywhere, and it is easy to get. It's whatever somebody's asking for it. Because you see data brokers, they've got everything. Your home address. Cell phone number. Your home phone number, if you have one of those. Your email address, your age, your family information, your voting history, even your medical history. And they can sell it to the highest bidder, and they do it all the time. But I went with Incogni, and Incogni has made sure that doesn't happen to me. I get virtually no spam. In fact, I haven't had a spam phone call in forever. I get no phishing emails, and as far as text, no, none of that stuff. Thanks to Incogni. 437 different data brokers had my information. Now they don't. And anytime something crops up, boom, whack-a-mole, they get rid of it. So you should do the same thing. Protect your data. It's so important. Protect your information. Protect your family. Protect all of that stuff because people, it's out there and it's ready for you, right? To be sold off to the highest bidder. Like maybe China to find out information about you. Well, guess what? Incognito's going to stop it. If they can find your information, guess what? They can scam you. But if they can't, it makes it a lot harder for them to do that. Go to incogni.com/Benson. Use promo code Benson. Save 60% when you sign up. That's incogni.com/Benson. Code Benson.
Cleanup underway across Middle Tennessee after a line of severe storms moved through last night. Metro Council passing 2 bills on data centers. CDC data showing more than 11,000 cases of cyclosporiasis, the explosive diarrhea across the nation. We'll tell you all about these stories and more at 1:30 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
Yeah, baby. Tell you what, it's funny because Ryan says, who are all these haters that hate on you? And I'm like, all I ask him, you're the worst. You have sources. You have this. I said, yeah, I do. I've been in this business 30 years. You don't think I've met people? Well, why don't you tell us who your sources are? Ken, is that how that works in the world?
Not all the time.
Yeah. There are people that are in jail who refuse to talk about who their sources are. Because what ends up happening to the sources?
You don't have them anymore.
There you go. There you go. Nobody would tell you anything. You'd be surprised by, not just me, how many people have sources, and also how many people will actually knowingly leak stuff on purpose, even at times being directed by the people who say, I can't believe there was a leak. What? Yeah, it's crazy. Kids, we love her. Her name's Kylie. She's a white woman of epic proportions, and today she's got white woman stuff. This one's special for all you guys. A little white paranoia.
I've never met a conservative that doesn't literally daydream and imagine being oppressed. Conservatives literally have oppression fantasies where they sit in La La Land and they create a world where, oh my gosh, Christianity is illegal and all Christians are being targeted. All white people are being targeted. There's a race war going on. People are infiltrating white American society and getting white people to have kids with brown people or black people. White people are going to have to take up arms. And I swear to God, this literally stems from the Civil War. It comes from this weird sense of loyalty to the white race and the white state that lost. And so even today you'll have people say, oh, there's going to be another civil war. Oh my gosh, if that happens, that'll be good because I get to use my weapons. There's a war on unborn children, and it's honestly gross and weird. And the fact that you guys have to cosplay oppression, you have to pretend like one day you're going to wake up in a world that people of color live in every single day, that queer people live in every day, where immigrants are literally being taken off the streets by secret police and disappeared. You guys are cowards and you're disgusting. And the fact of the matter is that you have nothing better to do than sit here and pretend and create a fantasy land where you guys are the ones on the other end of it.
Yeah.
I'd love for Kylie's car to break down in the middle of Tennessee somewhere.
She wouldn't know what to do. Just would not know what to do.
If she needed a fridge moved or something.
No, she just again, it's the liberal mindset of this. Everybody is oppressed except for white people.
Yeah.
And even if you're white and you're a good person, if you're not doing the work, you must be oppressing other people. And if you're a white male, well, you're absolutely the worst type of person. There's nobody worse than
Just
that.
because.
Yeah, that single heteronormative white male that's cisgender that is truly the worst person on the planet.
It is amazing at how racist these people are who claim not to be racist.
Well, that right there is the key. They think through their bizarre world of empathy by treating you not as an equal, but as somebody who is below them and not able to understand the complexities of the world, that somehow that makes them good when all that does is make them racist. It's that simple. It is. Somebody's all, you're having Monty on even after you were so mean to him yesterday? When was I mean to Monty?
I don't recall.
I haven't been mean to Monty. Look, I there's things about all of them. Well, I mean, I've been super awesome with Marcia. I think we all know that. But who has? We've all invited them all on. Monty texted me yesterday, said, I'm coming on. I said, good. Invited John Rose. Jerry Green's going to come on next week. We had the Dink on, right? Ditch. We had Ditch.
Ditch.
I said the Dink. But no, it's Ditch. We've had him on. So I have anybody on. I had no problems with it. And Monty, I said, want to find out more about him than just what you hear and this, that, and the other, and just the usual kind of interview. I want to have a conversation with him. So it'll be fun. We'll do that on Friday at 1 p.m. Coming up, talk a little bit about Iran, the data centers. I don't know what they think they're going to do with these data centers, right? This retro outrage. You guys should be outraged at damn flock cameras more than the data centers at this point in time.
Really?
You know, those flock cameras, I'm telling you guys, it's just...
Someone with ill intent can make those be a very bad thing.
They've already been caught in several places across the country with ill intent. Doing what? Following their ex, following the girl they like. Several places they've had guys who are taking the camera readers and getting the license plate and following the movements of some of the girls that they fancy. That, like you said, ill intent. You know, it's not meant to be because it's always pitched, it's for our safety, but that is through the lens of we give up our liberty. And I'm not ready for that. I don't know about you guys. Talk about that, among other things, straight ahead. Chad Benson, Super Talk 99.7.
Got the full forecast coming up in 5 minutes, and cleanup underway across Middle Tennessee after a line of severe storms last night that brought damaging winds and floods. Some people had to be rescued, especially in Mount Juliet. National Weather Service did issue a tornado warning for Dixon County. However, there's no confirmed tornado touchdowns. Reported damage appears to be from wind and flooding. Here in Nashville, Metro Council passed 2 bills on data centers, one that imposes stricter requirements, another one pausing new ones temporarily. Channel 4 says that wasn't enough for some who spoke up at last night's meeting.
Need ample time to both study and regulate this massive technological expansion that is exploiting entire communities. Pass this bill that establishes guardrails on data centers. Go further by mandating environmental impact studies and distance from medium-sized data centers.
Now, that proposed D.C. Block's purchase of land for a data center next to the zoo may not fall under these new rules since they have not sought new permits, but you've got the mayor out there still intending to use eminent domain, so we'll have to see how that plays out. CDC data showing more than 11,000 cases of cyclosporiasis, which causes explosive diarrhea. It's one of the largest outbreaks of this parasite in recent years. It's in 41 states, including Tennessee. The CDC and FDA have linked one multi-state outbreak to iceberg lettuce. Meanwhile,
the good news about cyclosporiasis comes from Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
We do have the outbreak under control.
The bad news for Taco Bell is that at least 4 lawsuits have been filed by people who say they caught the brutal stomach bug after eating at the fast food restaurant. Up the supply chain, says Kennedy.
We and the companies that have involved have implemented a recall.
Jim Ryan, ABC News.
That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
All right, guys. You know how great Busy Bee is? They're amazing, right? Brock and everybody over there, incredible. Busy Bee's got all kinds of deals on HVAC systems and plumbing, but that's not what we're talking about today. Talking about the great thing they're doing right now when it comes to helping kids out back to school. They need your donations right now. Anything you can bring now through the beginning of August, first to their office, right? To the anything, 40 Burton Hills Drive, just bring it over there, drop it off. We're talking about paper, pencils, pens, any of that stuff. You're going to get a free $50 off coupon for any service through them. But you know how some kids just can't afford it. Teachers, digging into their own pockets. Busy Bee wants to make sure that those kids can return to school and not have to worry about not having enough. So right now, anything you can do to drop off and donate would be awesome. Get that $50 off coupon. Drop off at the shop or the first weekend, August 1st and 2nd, Saturday and Sunday, both days, 10 a.m. to noon, Mount Juliet Chamber of Commerce. And they're going to be there with the bee buggy as well. So anything you have, papers, pencils, you name it, backpacks, they would much appreciate that. That's why we love Busy Bee. You can call them today, 615-775-7833, or online at busybeehvac.com today. Da-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na. Monty is going to be here. Why would Monty come on with you? It is funny. And I'm totally fine with it. You're a liberal. How am I liberal? Because you don't say the things I want to hear.
And you ain't answering fast enough.
Yeah, that's the other thing. You know, it was so funny. I love what you said off the air. It's like, dude, is your ex-wife or something on here? Because you just people are hating you. Like, no. Again, why would you bring Jerry Green on and platform her? Because she's running for governor. I want to talk to everybody. Isn't that, what we should be doing? Or is it just, no, is it only one side that we should talk to? It does make me laugh. It does. Oh, the craziness of it all. Ken, what's gas price? Do we know what gas prices are right now?
Let me check right here.
I'm very curious about that.
Head over here to gasbuddy.com and look at the average for Middle Tennessee. We have the average price for a gallon of gasoline in Middle Tennessee, according to Gas Buddy, is $3.74. That is up 20 cents from last month.
There's still one station that's got it for like $3.39.
Get over there and do it now.
Better not tell anybody about that.
Do it now.
Ryan.
I gassed up yesterday.
Do it now. It's just...
Yeah, I filled up $3.66 Monday morning. Or no, Sunday. Filled up for $3.66 on Sunday.
What's the oil price today? Let's just take... it's $94. West Texas Intermediate is 86. So you got Brent crude at 94. You got WTI at 80, basically $87. And that's going to be good. This is good. This is where we're headed. Absolutely. I'm curious as to see how long that we're going to do this before there's a 10-day. Like, at what point is there the threshold of pain where Trump says, all right, we can't do this anymore because people are starting to get really, really upset about the, gas prices. But gas prices are up. They are. And they're going to be up for a while. It's going to be an ebb and flow. And the question is, are we going to go do anything, are we going to attack in a way that we haven't? He's already talking about more infrastructure, bridges, maybe.
He's talking about
Pickaxe Mountain.
Yeah, power station and bridge for every ship Iran fires on in the Hormuz.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
In the Strait, I mean.
And Pickaxe Mountain is a mountain that we already destroyed when we took them out the first time. Remember that? When Operation Sledgehammer and Midnight Hammer, whatever it was. Apparently, they had moved some of their stuff already and had set up another area for their nuclear material, allegedly. I don't know if that's true or not. That's what Israel's telling us. And, of course, we've got to listen to them because of, So, people, it's gas prices. This is what people care about. I mean, honestly. It's the gas prices. We care about the cost of everyday goods and gas prices. And we're looking around going, is it going to get more expensive? What is your guess? My guess is yes. I think it is. I think it's going to get more than, just what we have. And we're blessed because we don't live in a place where... we are having everything trucked all over, coming from several states over. We're blessed that we're still in the threes, mid threes to high threes, as opposed to other states that are paying $5 already, and not including California, if it's insanity, which is awful.
Why do we sell our oil? Like, I know we have our own domestic oil production, but why are we selling that stuff overseas in a time like this? Why don't we just
because it's not our oil. We lease the lands and we lease certain things. The oil is the oil companies. They sell it on the market because they want to make money. That's capitalism.
Can't Trump control that?
So you want the government to come in and seize control?
Yeah, they're being too greedy. We're suffering here. We need that fuel domestically.
We need capitalism. Capitalism. And the other part of it is not all of our oil is for domestic. You've got heavy crude and light sweet crude. Some of our refineries are meant to refine heavier stuff. Others are meant for the light stuff. So we don't use, all of our oil. We'll sell it to other places, but it's an open market.
You get a pretty sweet gig and enough, support as it is. I think we should really limit their ability to sell that stuff in a time like this,
Well, but you're not going to do that because they're going to do what? They're the ones who are greasing the wheels. They're the ones who are giving you money. They're the ones who are propping you up. They're the ones and Trump could come out and say all those kind of things, but they're donating to your campaign. That's the lobbying world. I mean, the oil companies, their sweet spot is like $75, $70. Start getting over that, Americans start getting a little, it start getting to the point where it's way up here. They understand that, but their profits are massive. They're not complaining about that. Not out loud. They're like, we can't believe this, but they also have cover. Well, we didn't start the war. We're providing a service.
I mean, if we're going to war and we're taking all these oil infrastructure sites out and stuff like that, I mean, we are helping them. I mean, they should help us a little bit,
But let's, and that's the thing. I think everybody thinks that it's our oil. It's not America's oil. It's not. And we consume right now so much oil that we still have to buy oil from other places because we consume that much. And California is they're taking a massive hit. And it's going to get way worse for them on the West Coast because they get a lot of their oil from the Middle East. And because of that, you're going to find that oil prices there are going to go up even more. But because there's so many things produced out there, the cost to get them here is going to be more expensive. So it's the little things, that knock-on effect, that sucks. So we'll see. We'll see. And the question is, what is the end game in all of this? Well, we're going to destroy, we're not destroying them. We're not. There's 93 million people. We're not killing 93 million people. We're not going to destroy them the way that, it's like we're going to bomb them until they no longer exist and they give up. That, again, I don't think that's happening. I don't. I'd love to be wrong. I'd love for them to come out today and surrender and go, oh my God, you guys are the best. It's amazing. You're great. Here, you know what? Here, we're going to call this the United States of Iran. It's just, that isn't happening. And they're so used to being behind the eight ball in their lives. They've had to learn to live without, and they've had to be resourceful, build their own cars, keep everything, for the most part, in-house, outside of some stuff they get from China and Russia and a few other places.
And they're brainwashed with that Death to America stuff since being a kid.
Yeah, but a lot of that's the older folks. It is. A lot of it's the older folks. And, it's, and do we think that they're going to take to the streets tomorrow? I mean, remember Trump said, hey, we're coming, take to the streets. And then what happened? A lot of them got killed and we never came. And are we going to put how many boots on the ground? I mean, the one thing about Iran and why it's hard to conquer, why nobody's done it in God knows how long, is the fact that you're surrounded mountains. You're not driving tanks through there. You're not doing those kind of things that we would normally do. That isn't, it is, that stuff is kind of off the table. And unless we're going to put God knows how many men in there, and I don't think Trump wants that, probably Karg Island, Pickaxe Mountain, but their whole thing is, can I wait you out? Because I know you've got midterms coming up. And if I can make it financially untenable for you and hurt the economy, if we can do that enough, that will get a message that the Republicans are going to pay for it at the ballot box, and somehow magically that's going to fix whatever they think they have going on. But I don't think Trump cares about the midterms when it comes to whether or not the Republicans, they would like him to, but he has reiterated he doesn't care. That's not what it's about. Okay. Well, then, go for it. But what is the plan? Because, what's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again, not getting a different result. They're asking for gobs of money, $1.5 trillion. That's a $500 billion more than they normally get. You heard it earlier today. $93,000 a second we're borrowing. Where do you think that's coming from? The future. I mean, we can go on and on about a lot of this stuff, but we have to be honest about it. At what point in time do we say, okay, what is the real plan here? For them not to get a nuclear weapon? Well, they've got one now in the Straits of Hormuz. And now the Houthis have cut off the Saudis. So now it's a double, triple nightmare. And the average person, want to get your kids up, make sure they're at school on time or whatever it is you're doing. Make sure your bills get paid. Make sure your job's doing good and that you're not worried about losing your job and that you're motoring along, keeping your head above water and hopefully growing. Maybe being able to afford a house. And if you've got a house, maybe thinking, I hope I don't go underwater. I think that's what the average person's thinking about. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know. You can text the program. By the way, I was looking at currently the leader on One Hit Wonder is Weaver.
Yay!
Yay! Yay!
You folks are voting correctly.
Yeah. You are. You're winning. And your song was?
Moonlight Feels Right by Starbuck.
And then they took Starbucks, and look what they did with that. It's crazy.
I was wondering if there was a connection there.
There was not a connection. You got Surfing Bird by Trashman, and for me, Big Mountain, Baby, I Love Your Way. Those are your three. Currently, we're in second place, but Weaver's kind of pulling away for us. You can go to YouTube. Also, you can text the program as well. Little White Woman Wednesday, among other things. Straight ahead, Chad Benson, Super Talk 99.7. Okay, kids, Bulwark Capital tomorrow night, 5:30 our time. They're amazing at what they do. The way that they invest is incredible. First and foremost, lower risk, lower cost, lower volatility. But tomorrow night with their Market Blind Spot webinar, you got to check this out. They're going to show you what is going on in the market that a lot of people are missing. That's why they're up 78% over since January of last year. They see geopolitical. They're global investors in the way that they look at things. And it's always about protecting the downside through risk management, looking for places that, well, quite frankly, other people are looking at the shiny object. And when things go south, your investments, your retirement take a hit. Don't let that be you. Find out what they can do for you. It's a free market webinar. It's called Market Blind Spot for my friends at Bulwark Capital. Sign up for today. Even if you're just curious, you're going to learn something out. It's 5:30 our time. Go to knowyourriskpodcast.com. KNOW, yourriskpodcast.com for Bulwark Capital Management.
Investment advisory services offered through Trek Financial LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Investments involve risk and are not guaranteed. Past performance doesn't guarantee future results. Trek 26111.
Damage assessments from last night's storms. Plans for a data center near the zoo may face a new roadblock here in Nashville. Health officials releasing updated numbers on the explosive diarrhea parasite. And guess who is which gender is in the largest group of growing lung cancer cases? We'll tell you coming up at 2 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
Oh, that's interesting. Who could it be?
And they're not even doing anything to get it.
That's the worst. From lung cancer, it's got to be all the nastiness floating. As clean as we make our air, more people are getting younger, like colon cancer, all the stuff the young generation's getting. It's all the plastics in the foods. You know what it is they're doing, Ken? They're trying to eat healthy. You and I, we eat Twinkies. We ate dirt as kids. We drank out of the damn hose.
Oh, yeah, man. Hose water was good.
Yeah. I mean, you got to let it go at first in the summer because it was, you could always tell how hot it was going to be. If the hose was rigid, you're like, oh, it's going to be cool. If it's floppy because it's melting, it's going to be hot.
Yeah, if it's sitting out in the sun, better let it run.
Got to let it run. But, I mean, how many, you turn around, it's like so-and-so's 38 and they have colon cancer.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the hell? So many young kids getting old, what we would consider in our day an older generation's disease.
Yeah, because I think, it used to be they didn't recommend a colonoscopy until your 50s.
Yeah.
That has changed.
It has. And it's a strange, it's probably some of the food, and this is what happens when you eat well. You go out, you're thinking, I'm going to get myself some lettuce. It's going to be good. It's going to be good for all of us. And I'm going to eat healthy. Look at Chad over there eating a Twinkie. What a fat Dumbo he is. Next thing you know, you're in the bathroom. Oh, God, it burns. And I'm like, my Twinkie tasted great. I had nothing to worry about.
Spreading lettuce.
Solid shooter. 11,000 cases. Wonder how many more we're going to have.
They expect more.
I would assume so. Because was it earlier this week they kind of made that discovery, then they came back and like, we're sorry, that really wasn't it. But then they were like, well, it is it. So I would assume for the next week or so, we're going to get some cases. Are we out of the woods? When's the last time you had a salad, Ken?
Oh, gosh. Probably it's been over a month ago.
Do you consider a chicken wrap a sandwich or a salad?
Yeah. No. If anything with lettuce on it.
I usually get them from 7-Eleven. They had 2 for $5 for a while.
There you go. See, he's playing life dangerous right there. Like I'll get a hot dog from a gas station, and no way I'm buying any kind of tuna fish, anything like that. But I can't remember the last time I had a salad. 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Both Belle and I had one of those salads, but we're past the incubation period. I'm sure Belle, if anybody was going to get it out of all of us, it would be Belle. You guys know that.
He's not here.
I don't want to be mean, but we know that. We all know that. I love Belle, but the truth is the truth. You know that. He loves it. He is. I'm waiting for him to text us. What are you guys doing? We're working, Belle. That's what we're doing.
We're working, Brother Bilal.
Absolutely. One hit wonder. We're going to do some more of that next hour. By the way, Weaver, you're kicking our booties.
Yay!
You're crushing our souls, is what I'm saying. Crushing our souls.
It's that nostalgia, man.
It is. Well, you know what? You painted the picture amazingly well. That's part of it as well. You story told those things.
I was telling stories.
And you got to do that. You got to do that. Coming up next hour number 3. Some on the governor's race. Got some of your hateful but fun text messages, which are always nice as well. You reach out to us across all of our social media. We love hearing from you. Hour number 3 straight ahead. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7.
2 o'clock on the dot. I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Got the full forecast coming up in 5 minutes. Right now in Middle Tennessee, folks assessing the damage from last night's storms. In Madison, Channel 4 says Pierce Road between Shannon and Palmer Avenues is closed due to a sinkhole from last night's floods. Pierce Road, located in the eastern part of Madison, running parallel to Gallatin Pike North between the railroad tracks and the Amkey Station neighborhood, sits in a predominantly residential subdivision just off Anderson Lane, and it's not known when that's going to reopen. Also in Nashville, plans for a data center near the zoo could face a new roadblock. Channel 4's Marius Payton says Metro Council approved new restrictions overnight after weeks of pressure from neighbors.
So this vote could completely change what happens with that zoo area property. Now, new data centers must go in industrial areas, not directly beside neighborhoods, schools, parks, or other community spaces. Developers will also have to provide public notice, create emergency and backup power plans, monitor noise, and publicly report how much water and energy their facilities use. Now, DC Blocks closed on the property beside the Nashville Zoo just last week. However, council members said the company had not yet submitted new permits. If it applies now, the project will have to meet these new standards. So this could prevent the data center from being built there as currently proposed.
Health officials releasing updated numbers on the cases of cyclosporiasis across the country. ABC's Yuri Benajoud has details.
The CDC now tracking at least 11,000 cases in 41 states. Many of the additional cases have been reported by Michigan and Ohio. More than 300 people have also been hospitalized. The youngest of those sick, just 2 years old, while the oldest was 95.
Now, CBS posted a scary story today. Health experts calling lung cancer in non-smokers a growing women's health crisis. About 20% of lung cancer cases occur in people who have never smoked, and women account for most of those diagnoses. Doctors say lung cancer remains the leading cause of cancer death in American women. They stress that early detection through low-dose CT scans can dramatically improve survival rates. And a beloved bald eagle in Big Bear, California is in critical condition due to an injury. ABC's Alex Stone reports from L.A.
A bald eagle named Jackie became an online sensation along with her partner Shadow, as a live webcam has for years caught their nest activities, laying eggs and raising their baby bald eagles. But Jackie disappeared from the nest recently, leaving Shadow with their newest babies. She was found struggling in some water. Experts say she had been in a fight with other eagles. Jackie is at a rescue center now where her condition is said to be critical. The center says she has anemia and inflammation impacting her kidneys. Alex Stone, ABC News, Los Angeles.
That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
Thunderstruck indeed. The rains came. They caused a little bit of flooding, some stuff like that, but it was nothing horrific. Thank God for that. You know it's coming. At some point in time, we're going to get some stuff that's going to happen, and we're going to have to be here all night talking about it, circling up. It's going to get ugly, but thank God last night was not awful. So I'm having Monty in on Friday. He's coming in at 1. I love the, are you going to be mean to him? What? Well, yeah, you were mean. You're mean. Who have I been mean to? Well, you're nice to Afton. I'm nice to everybody. I'm very happy-go-lucky, like Tigger, bouncing around. Some people, by the way, it's like, Gino Bolsa came in. Very nice. He was so uptight. And he even said so off the air. He goes, that's what my staff says. I need to stop being so uptight. He goes, but and I said, yeah. It's the energy you give, baby. It's the energy you give. It is. And we're going to ask him questions. We're going to have a good time. We're going to talk about stuff that isn't just strictly politics because, that's how you get to know somebody. That's it. And, well, you were nice to Matt Van Apps. Matt was, again, it was a very professional. That's what it was. Some of these politicians, I don't think you guys realize, they come in and you know this, Ken, don't say anything that isn't in the script. Let's talk politics. Let's do this. Mark Kelly used to get so mad at me. So Mark Kelly, former astronaut and current senator out in Arizona, he used to hate coming on the show because he always knew it was coming. I was going to ask him about aliens. Because I don't care about the rest of the stuff. I want to be a U.S. senator. I don't care. Tell me about the aliens. It's like, Chad, there is no aliens. He even said it last time. He's like, all right, just ask. I'm like, all right, tell me, dude. You couldn't be up there all that time and not see something.
You had to see something.
Abso-freaking-lutely. Not going to be mean to Monty. I mean, that's just it. You're nicer to liberals.
I don't know where that's coming from.
I don't know where it's coming from either. It's a bunch of crap. You guys are so freaking butthurt all the time if somebody goes against your narrative because you live in a cult-like world where you feel under attack and under siege. You're like the liberals in that sense. You're looking to be microaggressed. That's the reality of it. Oh my God, he went against the narrative that I want to hear. The affirmation isn't affirmed. Ah! The hell is wrong with you? We had a lady in here the other day. She was so sweet. She's running. She's a Republican, conservative. Did you ask her? How nice, how mean was I?
Tish the dish.
Tish the dish. The teacher. The teacher. The teacher. So it's just, you hear what you want to hear, but stop being so freaking butthurt. You didn't treat somebody fair. You weren't mean. You like watching those shows where everybody yells because you think that's what wins it. We're not trying to win anything. I want to find something out. I'm going to be nice to Monty. Monty and I have been texting back and forth. I was saying yesterday, Ken, so so Monty's got hats here. Monty's got hats here, Monty for governor. We got to get a John Rose one and a Marsha Blackburn one and do like they do when the kids are going to pick a college they're going to go to.
Oh.
Where they reach over like they're going to grab a Georgia hat and then they put it back down. Then a USC, then a Florida State, and then they reach for whatever hat. We got to do that.
Wait, does he have hats here or not?
Monty's got hats right there.
Can I get one?
Go over and pick one up.
Bet.
It's right in front of you.
Yeah, get you there. Get you one there, Brother Ryan. Yeah, he was wearing one yesterday on with Brother Matt.
So who?
Monty.
Oh, Monty was? Yeah. Why not? It's a good hat. It's a good hat. It's a really nice. And so, because a lot of times, they produce stuff. And this, dude, how many radio stations you work at where they give you those T-shirts? You're like, don't wash it or you'll never be able to fit in it again.
I got a pretty big dome, and this hat fit me just nice.
There you go. So now
Way to go, Brother Ryan.
So now you're voting for Monty.
Those are nice hats.
And you know what? I've said I like Monty's take on when he's talking about medical marijuana, like expand a little bit more, right? The sticky icky. I like his take. Everybody's like, he's got the flock cameras, which I am fascinated that, we're worried about the data centers. But you got to drive around 7,000 cameras to get to the place where you're going to go argue about the data centers, and you don't care about that, which is way more intrusive. And I still don't know what they're going to. DC blocks. So what is the goal here with, are they going to go after DC blocks when it comes to this, or is it going to be from here on out?
Well, that's the interesting part of this is what was passed last night came after DC Blocks has already closed on the property. Now, if there's new permitting, if DC Blocks needs new permits or something like that, it could impede their progress toward a data center as far as what DC Blocks wants for a data center, it seems to me. And then you've still got the mayor out there who is pushing this eminent domain.
Which is a dumbass
It's going to
thing.
wind up in the courts.
It has to now. Because it's theirs now. They own it. The check is cleared.
Yeah, I mean, for all intents and purposes, the land is DC Blocks' land.
I'd love to get the previous owners of that plot on to talk. I bet they're clicking their heels right now.
I'd like to get DC Blocks on.
Yeah. I've got to reach out to them and say, look, all right, just explain it. Give us your side of the story.
Yeah, is this going to stop you from putting in a data center?
Yeah. And if you thought about having a town hall meeting where you can actually explain, the problem is, though, if we've talked about this, emotion is now involved.
Oh, they'll just get screamed at.
And emotion overrides everything. I was watching that Tallarico town hall the other night.
Yeah.
And they were yelling at him. And even when, it was, in a lot of them was Jasmine Crockett's people that were there, people who were fans of hers.
Yeah.
And he's in there. You know what, dude? He's taking slings and arrows. I got to respect that. You don't have to like the guy, think he's a wackadoo, whatever. But he's in there and he's taking slings and arrows and he's answering their questions. But they're so emotional that no matter what he said, they never heard it.
Well, and exactly. They're not even listening. They're just waiting for their chance.
Yes.
To speak or shout or scream or whatever it is.
And that's just it, if you're gonna live in a world of emotion, you're never gonna be able to get something done for real because you're making the decision based on emotion. You need the decision be based on what are the facts, what's the data, what data do we? Because remember, we don't have data. Everybody wants to talk about we got all these data centers everywhere. They're not the same. Remember, the data centers where you're sending an email that's collecting that data and holding the cloud type stuff, this is nothing compared to this thing. Blows that thing away as far as the consumption of energy and things of that nature. So it's not quite the same. But we should want to know all of the stuff before you go make a decision. But if your decision is you've been told it's evil and it's bad, and that's all you're going to go on. And remember, most people believe the first thing they hear, and trying to move them off that is a tough thing. That's a very tough thing to do.
You used to have a word for that. What was it?
Assery.
I was thinking brainwashing.
I think you're being an assery hat. So it's I don't know what's going to happen with DC Blocks. And again, I'd like to get somebody on. We're like, hey, well, I don't want to fight with you. I just want to know what's your side of the story? Because Matt and I chat about this all the time. It's become the new boogeyman. And the flock cameras for a reason, I have issues. Because guess what? The data centers there, a lot of that's for AI, right? They're not, this is your data. This is my data that they're keeping. They're following around. And they always do it in the guise of, well, it's going to be good because we're going to save a kid. And this is what the police come out and say. It's great because, we get, somebody stole a car. We found the car. There's a silver alert because we got an old person who may be on dementia. We see them. They're over here. Whatever it is. It's all the other stuff. The slippery slope. It's already happening. It is. And so we're giving up all of our data to them, and they're then selling it.
It's kind of worse than that, too, because they're using that as evidence against you, and you can't argue with the computer,
No. Well, and you can't argue. And the other thing is, do I trust the government? No, I don't. I don't trust the government because they lie. And that's the government, not the government on the right or the government on the left, the government. And they keep things longer than they should. They say they're not involved, and we find out they are. They go and do things that anybody else would be absolutely in trouble for. They've already lied about the Flock camera, saying, well, we had a contract with Flock, but that expired. And Flock's like, yeah, it's expired. And then the Freedom of Information Act found out, yeah, it did expire, except for you kept serving them the data. You've had police officers and agents following and getting the numbers of their of girls they're stalking, if you will, their exes, and following them in their movements. And then, it's who wants that? Like, what's the reality of that? Yes, is there some good that comes out of it? Of course. You rescue a kid or stop a bank heist. That's great. But you got to weigh the two. And, I look at this and think, how many cameras are out there? 170,000 plus and growing? We got a bunch here. And some people are going after them. Not here, though. So far, it's only been in Georgia. They're coming hard. But every time you drive through someplace, getting a snapshot, this, that, and the other, they got the geofencing already, which the Supreme Court just ruled upon, where, it's like if you were in an area, they can take everybody's phone data around there to see if something was going on that was bad and this, that, and the other. And if your thing to fight back is, well, I don't do anything wrong, so what do I care? You should care. Because it's your data. It may not be about you doing something wrong. It may be about, hey, here's a sucker. Sell all of his data to something. So I don't know why people aren't more concerned about, and I get the data center, and it's great with the zoo. And again, I love the zoo. We go to the zoo. We've got our passes to the zoo. But my frustration level is all I hear is how bad and evil it is. We don't even have a lot of information on the data center because there isn't 40 years of data. We only have so much to go by. But we do need to know, are you going to drive up cost to the people? I think that's fair. How much water you can consume, even though they've got newer stuff that is reclaiming the water and doing certain things. What are you doing in that sense? I mean, if there has to be, outages, do you guys get to stay on and you tell everybody else to turn the lights off, if you will? All things that are fair to ask. But now it's just emotion. And as we all know, kids, once emotion gets out there, it's all over. Coming up, Little White Woman Wednesday. We've got One Hit Wonder Wednesday. And by the way, Ken, yes, for the foreseeable future, just keep the belt, okay?
I was telling Dr. Mitch at the Wellness Institute that that belt is so heavy, having it for 2 weeks, he might have to do some extra adjustments on me.
Yeah, absolutely. So we will see.
I don't know if I can handle a third week, Brother Chad.
Well, you got it, man. A third week. Third week. Oh, yeah, somebody just pointed this out. Remember the Nancy Guthrie case?
Yeah.
Remember the whole thing with the bell, with their Ring doorbell was supposed to be not working, but then they go, oh, well, we still have all the data.
Oh, well, we have the data.
Yeah, we still have all the, so you're watching even though we don't have a subscription.
Bingo.
There you go. There it is, the slippery slope. Chad Benson, Super Talk 997. Relief Factor. Are you sick and tired of being in pain? Who is it? Aches, pains, joints, muscles. It sucks. What do you want? You want to be out of it. And that's what Relief Factor does. Naturally formulated. You can take it every single day. Third-party tested. Purity, potency. Over 1 million people have used it and continue to use it. And the reason is simple, is it works. It fights the inflammation from the inside out. And the number one cause for the average everyday aches and pains of life is inflammation. Plus, our diet's not great, as we all know. Maybe my diet's not great. And you need a little help with that. And that's what Relief Factor does. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to try Relief Factor. $17.76. Little Independence Day special. And you can get it by going to relieffactor.com, relieffactor.com. It works, guys. And I'm telling you, I've been working out more, been doing a lot of stuff. And the more I work out, I keep waiting. You know, you wake up the next day, you're thinking, am I going to be sore? And I'm not. And that's because Relief Factor is the only change I made. Try Relief Factor now. You won't be disappointed. Call 800-4RELIEF, 800-4RELIEF for Relief Factor.
All right, last night's storms packed a punch. We're still assessing the damage here in Middle Tennessee. Health officials releasing updated numbers on the cyclosporiasis. President Trump and other members of the administration attending the dignified transfer of 4 U.S. service members killed in the Mideast over the weekend. These stories and more coming up at 2:30 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
WTN, baby, that is us. Again, Monty here with me. We're just planning out how mean we can be to him. so ridiculous.
Something tells me that Monty Fritz is not afraid of any interview.
No.
I mean, he is very relaxed. He's measured in his responses. I mean, this is a man that is certain of what he believes in and what his vision is.
I love that. And my thing is, let's find out what you're about.
Sure.
You know, I mean, besides the... You know, and I don't think people, if you've never interviewed a bunch of politicians, they're not very let your hair down. You know, everything's measured because they don't want to be seen as that. So it's all very almost canned to a certain extent.
I mean, Monty comes off and I mean, he just, to me, he is connecting with everyone.
Yes.
Whether they agree with him or not, he's connecting with people.
And I think that That right there. And I've said this over and over again for those of you. Oh, slow down for some of you who have trouble. Monty seems the most genuine out of everybody.
That's exactly.
He seems he believes it. He's the most genuine out of them. I don't have to like all of his positions, but he seems to be the most honest and genuine out of everybody. Comparatively to if I had Marsha here, I can guarantee you she's not in any way, shape, or form going to engage in any tomfoolery. We're not going to be able to joke around. It's going to be very much, this is what it is. But you're nice to Afton. Afton comes in, we have a conversation, we laugh, and we talk about wacky stuff and very little politics. We talk some politics, like pot for potholes. But Ditch came in. His nickname is Ditch. He's a music dude. I have a feeling we were going to have some stuff to talk about. We did. But, we're trying to get Jerry Green in because, first of all, we're going to give equal time to as many people as possible because that's just it. And whoever calls up, and if we've added, if we've invited somebody they're up against, they've got to have their opportunity, to have their say. But do I think Jerry's going to be a little loose? I don't know. I think she's probably going to be a little bit more buttoned up. And I think that, that's the one thing we all loved about Trump, right, is he wasn't like them. He didn't give the stat answers that everybody gives.
No. He shot from the hip.
He shot from the hip.
The man can talk to anybody.
Yes. He can. And that's one of the things that was so everybody was drawn to. It's like, this guy's speaking the truth. I mean, and he's throwing it out there. Now, he's learned to become a politician, but still shoots from the hip. But that's the thing we liked about him. Because what if, besides we always want, these a business person to run it. But we want somebody regular to just be able to say, one of the things about, Pete Buttigieg, and I met Pete on several occasions because he did a bunch of stuff when he was touring for the infrastructure bill. Pete is so good that it comes across Eddie Haskell. That's Tallarico's problem too. It comes across as robotic because the answers are so smooth that it just feels like it's scripted. And we want somebody who's just going to, have the conversation. What's the old saying at the end of the day? You want to vote with somebody you can sit down and have a beer with. Or in Ken's case, some gummies. Right before the wood chipper.
Yeah, just unplug the wood chipper first.
Well, you got to because Secret Service is going to do that. And I know that Monty will have conversations like that. I tried to get Gino to talk about fun stuff when he was here, Gino Bowles. It just wasn't happening. He wasn't. And it wasn't because I was mean.
No.
And he would say off the air, because I'm trying to be more relaxed. Yeah, some people do it in that way. Some people do. But if your butt hurt because somebody else has a different opinion is going to be on, you're insane. Or you think your side's not getting treated fair enough. For the love of God. Several people tweeted and texted in and said, the Republicans are just as snowflakey now as the Dems are. Some of them can be that way. Some of them can. Trust me, you guys text me.
Besides Monty, is anybody else running a veteran?
I don't know. I don't think John Rose is, and I don't think Marsh is.
Yeah, for governor.
I don't think Marsha or John Rose served.
No.
It is a distinction.
John has served as a farmer, maybe, kind of. Probably not. That's what I heard. But we've invited John on, and I've invited Marshawn on numerous occasions.
6th District, you got John Henry.
Yeah,
he's a Marine.
He's a Marine. He was a Marine. Van Epps, when he ran, he was.
I think that Leary guy is too.
Yeah, but as far as governor, I think it's, and I don't know about the Democratic side, but no, I think the only one is Monty. Because I don't think Marsha served. I mean, she's been serving. And she's been talking to the people of Tennessee, as you guys know. I can't shut her up. She's talking so much. That's why she can't come on the show. She's out talking to everybody in Tennessee. Oh, Lord. Coming up, One Hit Wonder Wednesday, where I once again hand the belt over to Ken. We'll see if I can make a late stage comeback. We'll do that straight ahead. Chad Ben Show, Super Talk 99.7. I'm
Ken Weaver with your top stories. Got the full forecast coming up in 5 minutes. Last night's storms packing a punch across Middle Tennessee. You had heavy rain causing flooding. Had to be people rescued in Mount Juliet and other parts of the mid-state. Tornado warning was issued for Dixon County. However, damage surveys have not confirmed any tornado touchdowns. At this point, most of the storm damage is being blamed on flash flooding and straight-line winds. Health officials releasing updated numbers on the cases of cyclosporiasis. CDC tracking at least 11,000 across 41 states. ABC's Yuri Benejoud has more.
Well, health officials have linked some of these cases to shredded iceberg lettuce served at Taco Bell restaurants in 5 states. They are looking into other potential sources as well. Taylor Farms has issued a voluntary recall of all their iceberg lettuce grown in central Mexico. Those products went to American food distributors, fast food chains, and grocery stores, all now working to ensure those products are pulled from the supply chain.
President Trump and other members of the administration attending the dignified transfer of 4 U.S. service members killed in the Mideast over the weekend. 3 of those service members have been identified, but 1 has not been positively ID'd yet. ABC's Luis Martinez says there are resources to ID remains at Dover Air Force Base where the dignified transfer took place.
Sergeant Angel Rempersad, she is believed to be deceased. What we do know is that 3 soldiers were impacted by a missile attack on their base in Jordan on Friday night, but 2 of them were immediately recovered, but a set of remains was recovered later, but could not be possibly identified at the location. That's why the Army is saying she was believed to be deceased. The 4th soldier, Michael Swinton, he died during the detonation of a drone that had landed at a base in northern Iraq.
That's the latest news. Weather is next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
All right, guys, let's talk about my friends at Beacon Capital Management. A lot of you out there, you're hearing stuff about the markets, right? Every headline, every alert, every swing up or down, it's getting volatile, and you're worried about what might happen. Not just with the market, but taxes. We're spending, what did we say earlier? $93,000 a second is our borrowing rate. That's incredible. What do you think is going to happen in the future? Taxes, volatility, all of those things are out there. You need people that can handle that. That is Beacon. They are the best, and they're local, and they're amazing. So whether you think, taxes are going to get really tricky and complicated, I need to make sure that I'm covered, Beacon's got you covered. Whether it's long-term care, healthcare, Beacon has you covered. And whether it is whether or not you're going to outlive your retirement, which is a fear, Beacon has you covered. Right now, this is what I want you to do. Call Beacon today. They're going to get you a free retirement-ready toolkit just for you. It's got a Money Enough for Life book, a retirement planning checklist, and a guide for maximizing your retirement income. They're amazing. They're going to treat you incredible. And it only takes just picking up the phone and making that conversation. So call Beacon today and find out what they can do for you. 615-488-9303. 615-488-9303 or online at askbeaconnow.com for Beacon Capital Management. This is a paid placement. Love talking to all of you. Love, hate, indifferent. It's all good, my friends. It's all good. And remember, you know what next week we'll do? We'll pick a listener who wants to come in and have a conversation. If you want a screaming match, I'm not into that. Just like we did with our buddy Steven before. And we'll have a conversation about all kinds of stuff, including issues you think I'm super liberal on. What? It's crazy. So we'll figure out how we'll do that tomorrow, and we'll hook it up for next week. If you can, do that. If you can. Speaking of doing stuff, every Wednesday we do stuff, and it seems to be I either give the belt away to young Ken or old Bell.
Now it's time for another edition of One Hit Wonder Wednesday. You may not remember the name of the band, but you definitely know the song.
Come my lady, come my lady, you're my butterfly.
This is One Hit Wonder Wednesday.
All right, One Hit Wonder Wednesday each and every week. We delve deep into a song, and then somebody that's not me ends up winning it.
You were on a roll there for a couple of weeks.
I did.
Brother
I
Chad.
won. And then all of a sudden, you guys figured it out. Ken, you really figured it out.
I've hit nostalgia, man.
You've
That's
hit
what it
nostalgia.
is.
Your storytelling is quite good. So you know how we do it. Tell a little bit about the song, how it did fare, the whole 9 yards. Ryan, we're going to let you go first. Who is the song that you've come up with that I come up with?
The song that you came up with that I came up with was the Trashmen's hit of a Surfin' Bird, made
Yes, sir.
famous by our friends at Family Guy.
Was Ryan's. I'm going to move on to mine now because mine was awesome, but you guys suck. Kidding. I understand why the nostalgia. You guys aren't into this kind of nostalgia. Mine comes from the year of the Lord, 1994.
That's a great year.
It is a good year. How old were you in 94?
94, I was 26, and I got
was
married.
10 years old.
Okay, with your 10 years old. We don't need to know how old you were or aren't.
And how old we are.
Yeah, okay.
Brother Ryan.
Ryan was like, I was only 3. Shush. Mine was in a movie. Reality Bites. Mm-hmm. Let's start what? Winona Ryder, I think, was in that. They had Ben Stiller, a few other ones. And it was right in the midst of the great grunge period.
Yes, sir.
Like that was, I'd say that was the heart of grunge. Right? So here is this song, and they needed a song, and they went to this band called Big Mountain in San Diego. They're a reggae band, but they're from San Diego, so they sound like this. And they have them redo this. It's kind of like a cover they've been doing, but they're like, let's do it for real. And it is a Peter Frampton song. How many times you said this thing's been redone?
39.
39 times this song has been redone. But this one, Peter Frampton says, maybe his favorite. Frampton style, but they did it with a reggae twist. Now we got the guy that's in the lead currently and the current champion, Ken Weaver. What you got?
Starbuck.
The wind blew some luck in my direction. Caught it in my hands today. I finally made a tricky French connection. You winked and gave me your okay. I'll take you on a trip beside the ocean and drop the top of Chesapeake Bay.
Drop that top, baby.
Ain't nothing like the sky to dose a potion. The moon will send you on your way. Too late. Feels right.
1976, Starbuck reached number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100. It is the band's signature song and by far their biggest success. And the inspiration is personal. Bruce Blackman, Starbuck songwriter and lead singer, wrote Moonlight Feels Right based on his pursuit of a young woman named Peggy Denman, who later became his wife. While in college, Blackman says he saw her photo, became determined to meet her, asked her out multiple times. She finally said yes on a windy evening as they were walking back from a pep rally, and that moment inspired the lyric, "The wind blew some luck in my direction." Not only did the song become a top 3 hit, but Blackman ended up marrying Denman, as I said. And one interesting Nashville connection, Bruce Blackman, Starbucks leader, later became active right here in Nashville's music scene. And then there's this, the xylophone.
I love this. Bring it, baby.
See, I was in the 3rd grade in 1976. I was listening to this on the radio. It was on at the pool. I heard it at night driving home from high school football games with my dad and my grandfather. It just takes me back in time, man.
Love it.
Much
More
better
xylophone.
time.
Guess you know I'm giving you a warning, 'cause me and Moon are itching to play.
It's a good song. It really is. You ever listen to a band and think, what happened? Like, why did you guys break up? I mean, we talked about the Stones the other day. Of all the people that should have had it either died and or broken up, would have been those guys.
Outside of Charlie, they're all still going.
That's right. And this, you would say this is the earliest of the yacht rock.
Oh, yeah. 1976.
Yeah, you're getting in there. That's when yacht rock. That 75, 76 to the mid 80s that's the sweet spot for yacht rock. Absolutely. That was and I love all the instruments.
Hope Bruce Blackman is listening to us. Lives right here in Nashville.
Yeah, Bruce, text in the program. Come on by one day. We'll talk a little music.
Chad won't be mean to you.
Won't be mean. No matter what anybody says. You're just a meanie. That's all you are.
No whoopee cushion.
What?
No whoopee cushion.
No whoopee cushion. We're going to do that, though. We're going to do that. We'll do that with Monty. A little whoopee cushion. Oh, Lord. Could you imagine the tragedy? Coming up, our good buddy Matt's here as we wrap up on this One Hit Wonder Wednesday. We'll give you the winner straight ahead as well. Chad Benson, Super Talk 997. Incogni, INCOGNI.com/Benson. You're going to save 60% for as low as $7 a month. You're going to be able to protect your data. All of that data out there that is being sold off to anybody who wants it. Scammers, criminals, foreign governments, anybody. They go in and they shut it down. They get you off of those lists because they have to, right? There's a law that says if you have to be taken off. But here's the problem. To get through all of that stuff, there's layers and layers of stuff. They know what they're doing in Incogni. 437 data brokers had my data, and they got rid of it. No more scam, calls, text messages, any of that stuff. And they've got all of your information. Don't let that be you. Remember, if they can't find your info, they can't scam you. Don't let that happen to you. Save 60% right now. Go to incogni.com, INCOGNI.com/Benson. It's incogni.com/Benson. Use code Benson. Save 60%. Incogni.com/Benson. Dun, 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 dun.
Sounds like corn.
Does. Ooh, wah! Have you, Jonathan from Korn just did a concert with all of their songs.
Yeah.
And it was only an orchestra.
Interesting.
And you're like, oh, cool. Now I can find out what all the words mean. I can understand you.
I can understand the lyrics.
I don't know where Matt is.
Now, where is that boy?
I don't know.
You don't think he got pulled over again, do you?
Did he? And nobody's told me. Usually Matt would have tweeted it out by now, and then I'd be having to figure it out myself, going, all right, is he going to come? But I also haven't seen Slim Jackson.
Where's Brother Jackson?
I haven't seen him either. You know? I haven't seen him either.
Well, you want to do a Swamp Ass report?
Oh.
Right before you walk home?
You know what? We should probably do a little Swamp Ass. You guys up for a Swamp Ass? Let's do ourselves a little Swamp Ass report.
Now it's time for the Swamp Ass News Report with the weather wizard, Ken Weaver.
Actually, it's not that bad outside, boys. 87 degrees under a mostly cloudy sky. Humidity 57%. The heat index is only 92 degrees. Now, I say it's not that bad. I'm not fixing air conditioning units. I'm not sitting on a roof somewhere. I'm not pouring concrete. I'm not a first responder. So I really can't speak for those folks because they may very well be suffering from some minor swamp ass today.
Yes.
Because it is still humid out there.
It's not soup ass, which is what we got the other day. We passed the swamp and it was just straight soup.
Dude, yesterday, it's like the air was melting butter or something. I mean, it was just thick. Like I said, on my way home last night at 6:45, it was still 94 degrees.
Oh, God, that's just... Thank God you got no air conditioning.
But I got to say, man, there were times in Tulsa, whenever I was anchoring, I'd get off at 10, like after my 10 o'clock cast in August in Tulsa, Oklahoma, it'd still be 98.
Yeah. Well, was it today I was reading? They're getting ready to set a record in Phoenix.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was talking to my wife.
That's something right there.
118. This will be a record. 120. Just... It's crazy. I mean, I've been in the, where we've had, 100 days straight of 100 degrees.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know this, man. That dry heat, 100 degrees.
In the evenings.
Beautiful. Drops down to 80. It's like, this is gorgeous.
Right, and there's no humidity.
No humidity. But here, are we getting any rain tonight?
How did you keep your pool cool?
You don't. There's probably a 6-week period where your pool's it's jacuzzi. It's 90, 95 degrees. Like you get out of your pool and you're sweating. You're like, I'm sweating.
Right.
And so my pickleball court was right there. So I play pickleball and then I'd run over and I'd jump in the pool. And then when I would do my long days when I was having to go in every day, honest to God, man, I would pull in and I would get out of the car and I would just run through my backyard, just stripping down because I'm always wearing just swimming trunks, and I just jump straight into the pool.
That was your hour-long commute, right?
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. And dude, how sweaty it gets. Just no matter how cold you make it. Oh, it's crazy. Coming up, I did see Jackson.
Brother
Somebody
Jackson
will be
somewhere.
here. He was here. Oh, he left again. That's it. Coming up, it's the Ryan Show.
It's going to be Brother Ryan.
There it is. It's all Ryan and Ken, but I do think Matt is here. I hear people talking out there. He is straight ahead. You guys have a good one. And by the way, yes, Ken won by a whole bunch today. He is, again, the belt holder. We will see if we can get him next week. We will talk to you tomorrow.